Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting of the special meeting of the City Council Stadium Authority Board to order. Roll call, please. City Clerk.
Councilmember. Mic's not on. Councilmember, Board Member Watanabe. Here. Councilmember, Board Member Shahal.
Present.
I'm sorry, we're going to have to take a break.
Testing, testing, testing.
Hello.
Test. Nothing's on. All right, we'll have to start all over.
I kept looking at it.
Test. There we go. All right. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the special meeting of the Santa Clara City Council Stadium Authority Board to order. Roll call, City Clerk.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Councilmember, Board Member Watanabe. Here. Councilmember, Board Member Shahal.
Present.
Councilmember, Board Member Hardy.
Present.
Councilmember, Board Member Park.
Here.
Councilmember, Board Member Jane.
Here.
Vice Mayor, Vice Chair Becker.
Present.
Mayor and Chair Gilmore.
Here.
Thank you. I'd like to read the Statement of Behavioral Standards, or actually the AB 23 as well. Members of the Santa Clara Stadium Authority, Sports and Open Space Authority, and Housing Authority are entitled to receive $30 for each attended meeting. Statement of Behavioral Standards. The City of Santa Clara has adopted a code of ethics and values and behavioral standards for public meetings to promote and maintain the highest levels of conduct. This includes mutual respect, robust discussion, and allowing city business to be done in an efficient and consistent manner. Please note, as the presiding officer, the mayor's and chair's direction in matters of process and decorum should be followed, and that use of the gavel indicates all conversations must conclude, and everyone in attendance should come to order and attention. Welcome, and thank you for your participation.
Thank you, City Clerk. We have 3 items closed session. City Attorney, would you like to read them, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor, thank you. We do have 3 items listed as separate items, but they are related. Item 1A is conference with legal counsel regarding existing litigation, 49ers SC Stadium Company LLC versus Santa Clara Stadium Authority, with the JAMS case number listed on the agenda. The next 2 items are both conference with real property negotiators, 1B and 1C. 1B relates to the stadium property with the negotiating parties, the Stadium Authority and the 49ers SC Stadium Company LLC, also known as STADCO. That relates to the stadium lease, both price and terms under discussion. And then item 1C also relates to the stadium site. Negotiating parties are the City of Santa Clara and the Stadium Authority, and that relates to the ground lease, both price and terms of the lease. We're going to have a change of venue tonight, Mayor, as well. It's listed as the council conference room, but we're actually going to go to the Sparacino conference room for better light and room. Thank you.
And thank you. So for those who don't know the Sparacino conference room, it's the city manager's conference room, or where we have our board and commission meetings. So I know many people have been in there, and it's been renamed. All right, I'm going to go to the public. If there's any public members, please come forward that would like to speak on the items related to closed session. Welcome. Is that on? Try it again? No? There we go. Oh, I had it on for a minute. There you go.
Okay. Thank you. Members of the City Council and City staff, you have 3 items on your closed session agenda this afternoon that are very interconnected. That seems obvious for the second and third, but perhaps less so with the first. I have often heard members of this council complain about the contracts that were entered into over a decade ago with the 49ers. I complained about them also, especially as one who spent many years negotiating and drafting complex contracts for a multinational corporation. When the other party isn't open to amending agreements to make them more workable, thus bettering the relationship between the parties for the long term, there are still options for improving the situation, several of which have been used in past years by the City and Stadium Authority. Most of those have been neutralized by the Council's actions, but you still have a very important option available, and that is leverage. The City Council has to find a way to preserve the financial future of Santa Clara that is at risk with the financial exposure of hosting FIFA World Cup games and Super Bowl 20 in 2026. We are now reading potential amounts in the millions of dollars that Santa Clara could be held responsible for, along with other obligations and threats of litigation. It is crucially important that you use your leverage now on the currently unresolved JAMS cases, the possibly void FIFA agreement, these pending lease agreements, and an apparently as yet undefined and long overdue assignment and assumption agreement. Please don't consider any settlement of the JAMS cases until you fully understand all of the implications of hosting Super Bowl 60 and World Cup 2026 and can get a fair and satisfactory resolution on the entire package of legal agreements. This is your chance to fulfill your fiduciary duties to the people of Santa Clara. Please think as strategically as the other parties in these matters have been doing for years. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anyone online?
Kirk Vartan?
Hello?
I'm allowing him to speak.
Oh, I can't see.
Yep, good
Oh, there you go. Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you for allowing us to speak on this. The key thing here is negotiating, and what we've seen so far from this council majority is kind of giving away the house without negotiating anything. As the former council member O'Neill stated, you have leverage with a contract that is basically void, and you should be using that to say, hey, listen, if we're going to negotiate public safety and all the rest of these things, let's do that before we settle on this stuff, and let's take that into totality. Protect the city and look at this contract as void. And if you see what City Attorney Googans has produced, or as statements that the San Francisco Chronicle has reported on, he is now giving you guidance, has given now public guidance, that it could cost the city millions, tens of millions of dollars. And the public, this is like the first time the public has heard this. Now, if you remember, the former city attorney Doyle said these exact same things and was fired for it. And then the city manager, Santana, said the exact same things as well. They should be cautious. There are concerns. And this council majority terminated her contract. And guess what? Hired all of them at the same salaries that they were complaining about with the former positions. Councilmember Becker has a conflict in all this. He is under indictment for giving sensitive and confidential information to the 49ers. And the fact that this council majority doesn't require him to remove himself is just amazing to see, and it's really disappointing. The integrity of this council is at risk because of this majority not looking at themselves and evaluating and holding each other accountable. So you should not and do not support any kind of deal and settlement at this time. Too much information is unknown, and use your leverage correctly to force the issues at hand. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have anyone else, City Clerk?
Yes. SV Pro, let me move them over, allow them to speak.
See.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Council members, I want to thank you for your dedication and service to the city of Santa Clara. I know working out a settlement with the 49ers is difficult. The city of Santa Clara does need to have a better relationship with the 49ers going forward so we can have recreation and entertainment like the World Cup, the Super Bowl, and Taylor Swift in our fair city. I also want to point out these events help small and large businesses in our community. So I would like to ask that we come to a resolution so we can have entertainment in our city going forward, which was the whole idea of having a stadium. I would also like to see other entertainment projects in this area, but until this is resolved, I don't think it's possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We have one more. Patrick?
Hi, Mayor. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, please.
Hi there. My name is Patrick Ahrens. Wanted to call in because I had been following the city council meetings and wanted to offer and commend the council for attempting to work through these issues in closed session on the best interest of our residents. I know that, we've been seeing a few of these things play out in the media, and I just wanted to offer my support to the mayor and the council to try and work through these issues. I know that you're all working your best to work on finding a solution in the best interest of the residents, and I just wanted to offer my support of that. And I know these issues are really difficult, and keeping in mind the public good, and wanted to offer my support in any way, in any of my other capacities that I have to offer anything that I can do, but just mainly just wanted to offer my public support of the council to try and come up with a solution. Thank you.
Thank you.
Those are all the speakers.
Okay, we are now going to adjourn to closed session.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
perhaps the attorney wants to mention, if there is a report out, how will you be reporting?
Oh, very good. Thank you, City Clerk. As indicated on the agenda, in the event that there's a reportable action, or even if there's not, for me to declare that there wasn't a reportable action, I'll be coming out in person into the open chambers. The City Council doesn't need to reconvene. I'll administer that on your behalf.
I
Thank
would
you,
just
Madam Mayor.
say publicly, if there is reportable action, I will be here to
Okay.
make comments. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.